I love my India. I love my India then, I love it now, and India today is shining. What do you have to say about this?
मेरे से झगड़ा क्यों कर रहे हो? You're talking as if I have said something anti-India. I've never said anything anti-Indian.
No, just a strong belief.
क्या तलवार निकाल के मैं झांसी की रानी. अरे कमाल है. Of course, you loved your India then, so did I. You love your India now? Yes, I do love my India now. I think many of us love India. And yes, at least 60% of the population is proud of India. So no dispute there.
Okay, then what are your reasons to be proud of India?
Go back historically. India was the only civilization which had universities when people all over the world were still living in caves.
Absolutely.
People from all over the world came to India for knowledge. Today, we Indians are ridiculing our own heritage. There is a big sector or section of Indians who are ridiculing us. They are thinking that Ramayana, Mahabharata, all the ancient Vedas, all that is humbug and nonsense. And we are being influenced by philosophies and knowledge of invaders and marauders. People who came and destroyed our own tradition, culture, knowledge, heritage. Today we are advocating, at least there is a large section that is advocating that. So, I have a feeling that if we don't project our wealth, and when I say wealth, I am not meaning in terms of gold and diamond and goodies. I am talking of intellectual wealth. If we project our intellectual wealth in a proper way, which is understood by the world outside, India will stand out like a star above the earth.
Absolutely.
That is my firm belief. And that is why I am proud to be an Indian.
So what surprises me that what is it, in spite of knowing that, what is it that India doesn't have?
And there is only one answer to that. What we lack is integrity. We don't have the integrity to push forward our wealth. We don't have the self-esteem to believe in our heritage. And therefore, anything that comes from abroad, from Western world or from other countries, we elevate that to a high status, and whatever we have, we relegate it into the dungeons. If this mentality was not inherent in our DNA, there would have been no invaders.
True.
The invaders succeeded because our people did not have the integrity to stand for ourselves. We opened the gates for invaders to come in, and they demolished our heritage and culture, and they transplanted an inferior culture and education system in our country.
True.
That is my take on why you are seeing what you are seeing today.
So true.
Behind every Abdul and John, the great-grandfather was Shamlal. Today's Abdul and John had a great-grandfather whose name was Shamlal. But today, the Abdul and the John are against the Sham. You try to talk to any of these current generation people, and they will vehemently oppose all the traditions of India, calling them inferior. You hear the political leaders, they will say, इनके साथ रहोगे तो ये आपको जंगल में लेके जाओगे, as if India was jungles. The whole world was jungles when India was an educated, highly civilized
hub of education. That's true.
So the problem with us is our lack of self-esteem, and lack of integrity.
True. And very often we see when we travel abroad, it is we Indians who are the first people to criticize our country. You know, we...
Oh yes,
Yeah.
there is a case where in the university, something happened in India and all the Indian students said the government Murdabad and this particular party Murdabad. You will never see that happening with any other nationality. Something happens in North Korea, you will not find North Korean students in American universities ganging up and sloganeering against North Korea. No other country you will see this demonstration happening except Indians. Again, self-esteem is missing. Everything Indian is bad is because I don't have self-esteem.
Absolutely. And now when the whole world is turning towards India, be it digitization or be it computers, if most of the countries are outsourcing it all from India, but I mean, everybody is aware, everybody knows that things are changing, but still that sense of pride, I don't know, it could be a personal opinion, I just feel that sense of pride is still...
The pride will come only when you have material gains. Now you go back historically. Why were foreigners wanting to come to India? Because it was a land of plenty.
Plenty.
Why did foreigners want to rule India? Because they could loot India. India was a land of riches.
Absolutely.
What were the riches? A, intellectual riches.
Yes.
B, material riches. Today, from absolute nothingness at the time of independence, India has risen to certain status in the whole world.
Yes.
Again, the world wants to come to India to loot. Everywhere there is a trade going on. And only those people who are proud of their heritage and who have self-esteem will stand up to these invasions. I mean, take some examples. China has this expansionist approach.
Yes.
And how do they expand? They will give you monetary benefits, you as a country, as a sovereign country. But in exchange, they will grab a piece of land.
Yes.
And they will establish a Chinatown.
Yes.
Right? Now they have infiltrated your culture and they have put their culture into your bloodstream. Look at the history of India. Didn't the same thing happen with us? Our bloodstream was infiltrated by the Portuguese, by the Arabs, by the British. And today, you have a mix of culture with no sense of belonging. And that's why I said 40% of Indians do not have this sense of pride that I am an Indian. Everything Indian is bad. Leaders go abroad and criticize our own country. Which leader comes to India and criticizes his country?
Absolutely.
Show me one example.
And we have so many classic examples for something like hospitality. You travel abroad and you realize we have so much of it in India. When people come to our hotels, right from the entrance, they'll have their bags being led by, people helping them, going out of their way to be nice to them. And it hits you when you go abroad and even if it's 4 staircase, you have to pull your bag on your own. So there are so many special things about us here. But
all that comes in one statement, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Yes.
The whole world is my family. And this concept doesn't exist in any country.
Yes.
It exists only in India.
And even Atithi, Devo, Bhava, what we say.
What do you mean by that? You mean that every human being is alike.
Right.
But other countries will never, or other people will never look at human beings as equal human beings. I am American. I am white-skinned. I am educated. I am rich. All the differences are highlighted. People don't look at human beings as human beings, whereas traditionally, we had a culture of looking at human beings as human beings. Even go back into the warfare, there were decent rules of warfare. Yes. Between sunrise and sunset, there will be battle. After sunset, everybody is a family. We can even have dinner together. You will not touch children and women even though you are at war. All that changed when the foreign cultures started infiltrating India. Today's generation is a confused generation because they do not know the richness of the culture of India,
yes,
which existed then. And unfortunately, there are no adults who are capable of giving this knowledge to the new generation.
That's true, but yeah.
You are seeing that change happening slowly in small sections of the society. But you need to understand that as human beings, you have to treat every human being as a human being. You can't treat him as a Punjabi or a Malayali or a Christian or a Hindu or a Muslim. All of them are human beings. And that is the essence of the Indian tradition. And that is where the greatness will rise. You can't suppress greatness. Why are you seeing India? You said something, India shining.
Yes.
Why is India shining? It is not because you have tons of gold hidden somewhere. It's not because you have huge land and property. There are countries bigger than you. It is because of your intellectual property, and it is because of your tradition and culture. Unfortunately, it will take generations for this new realization to creep into the new generation. Because generations have got defiled. Today you are seeing this violence against India. Man killing man within India, Indian killing Indian. That is happening because the generation culture has been contaminated. But when you go back to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is my family, this animosity should vanish.
And
I'm always hopeful that one day will come where India will re-educate the world.
Yes, yes. It seems we're going that way. Yeah, but at the same time, I always also wonder, why does our media publicize things so negatively, whereas no other country in the world.
Everything has a price. And when I'm selfish, and why am I selfish? Because I have no integrity and I have no self-esteem. These are the two words which are not being given the amount of importance that they deserve. Integrity is the most important gehna, ornament, that a human being can acquire. In no school you are taught integrity. Your current system of education does not talk about integrity at all. Today, mine is mine, yours is also mine. Everything is commerce and trade. Commerce and trade was on the third tier in our society. Knowledge was on the first tier.
Absolutely.
Defense was on the second tier. Commerce was on the third tier, which unfortunately got misinterpreted as caste. Brahmin,
Yes.
Kshatriya and Vaishya. So caste has got nothing to do with the traditional Indian way of living.
Yes.
Knowledge was supreme. Everybody was encouraged to pursue knowledge. Whether you have capability or not is up to you. And knowledge doesn't mean only mugging up physics, chemistry and biology. Knowledge could be in arts, knowledge could be in music, knowledge could be in carpentry. You are knowledgeable.
So though we say, like, think not what the country did for you, but think what you did for the country, or you do for the country. Big jargons, but in day-to-day life,
They are not jargons. I'm sorry, they are not jargons.
No,
they are a way of life.
absolutely.
But that is not taught.
Yeah.
You have to teach this. Nobody is born with this concept. You have to teach this, that you are born to serve. Like you said, that we have service ingrained in our blood. There is nobody to carry my suitcase up the 4 stairs when I go to a foreign land. Here people are willing to help you. What is that? That is a sense of service. So, serving is elevation. When I serve, and you see most of the great people of India were humble people
Very
in their
humble.
living.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Take Dr. Kalam,
True.
reached the highest
Yes.
position in the country and yet remained humble. Look at how he passed away while teaching or while giving a lecture. He didn't pass away as an invalid, dilapidated body on the bed. He was active. This is India. And this needs to be highlighted. And this the younger generation needs to understand. Instead of getting carried away by political leaders who are serving their self-interest, every individual should stand up for the true knowledge that this country is a proud owner of.